Investment bank Jpmogon has suggested that global oil prices will remain in the low $100 for much of this year, even if the Strait of Hormuz reopens as early as next month.
투자은행 JP모건은 호르무즈 해협이 빠르게는 다음 달에 재개방되더라도 국제유가는 올해 대부분 기간 동안 배럴당 100달러 초반대를 유지할 것으로 내다봤습니다. So it does take time for whatever happens in the Middle East to be reflected in our prices. But I guess this is going to be not just us, but the whole world.
Yeah, I think because you have the shortage, you're having a lot of readjustment and stuff. And I think I mentioned before, when a ship leaves the Middle East, I mean, sometimes it takes more than a month for that ship to reach its destination. So there is a delay effect of things. And in the same way, we might not have felt that delay when the war originally broke out because, the ships that had already left were still transporting oil to their destinations. But in the same way, the delay might affect us on the other side of it, meaning that even though they've already left the port to give us more oil, it's still going to take a lot of time to reach its destination.
All right, so let's have a look at some expressions regarding time. In this case, we're looking at the price of global oil. It's going to remain in the low $100 for much of this year.
Yeah, for much meaning a lot of, or it could be like the majority of. When we talk about amounts and like big amounts or proportions, and we use words like much or many if it's something that we can count,
right.
And we also talk about maybe a lot. So a lot of this year or much of this year.
그렇죠. For much of this year. 그러면은 올해의 이제 대부분의 시간 동안 직역을 하면 그렇게 될 것 같고요. For much of this hour라고 한다면은 지금 이제 앞으로 있을 한 시간 중에 대부분의 시간은 무엇을 할 것이다. What else could you say? For much of this week?
Yeah.
Let's say it rained 5 days out of 7. Then we could say it rained for much of this week.
Yeah.
Okay, what about even if?
Even if is saying that something might happen despite something. So even if it rained or even if it were too hot, you still have to go to school. So we're having different reasons where something might be a reason to not do something, but despite that, even if that happens, you still might have to do something.
그래요. 그러니까 뭐뭐 해도 뭐뭐 하더라도 even if blah blah blah. 자, 다시 읽어보겠습니다. Investment bank Jpmogon has suggested that global oil prices will remain in the low $100 for much of this year, even if the Strait of Hormuz reopens as early as next month.